Hello everyone, my name is Somi and this is her Invisible Prowess. Thank you so much for tuning in today's collective reading. I hope you're doing well. Um, I'm definitely getting the sense that, particularly this time of the year, the holiday season, as much as it is about family and the gathering and the social activities and giving and receiving, you know, there's definitely an element that there's, some chaos around it. There's a lot of preparation involved, but not even the physical preparation of going grocery shopping, all things like that, but it's also the mental preparation of facing your families and navigating what's sometimes a very hard dynamic surrounding family at this time of year, especially this time of year. So yeah, if you're someone who have not seen my channel, hello. This is gonna be a collective reading. If this video found you, there's more than likely a message in it for you. So let's dive right in. I have a bunch of oracle decks here that I pulled, felt called to pull right now, and yeah, let's see what's coming through here. I'm gonna start with threads of karma. See what's the overall themes in today's message. Let me clear this out and hopefully nothing falls. Okay. We have bottom of the deck right away. Clear the karmic weight. The past still lives in what you haven't faced. Name the weight you carry and choose to release it now. So the very reason why you feel certain emotions coming to surface, and more than likely they're negative emotions, it's definitely signaling that something is wrong, something is calling to your attention. Okay, as much as you wanna you refuse to confront it, you refuse to face it, you refuse to deal with it, it's definitely time. It's definitely calling you at this time to finally face this music. Okay, whatever it is that you've been putting off, procrastinating, delaying, maybe some deep contemplation about something, arriving to a certain decision in how you're gonna meet 2026, how you're gonna approach the new year, right? It's almost like a blank slate, but it definitely puts you into perspective of things, of how you should reevaluate your life and what are your core values, okay? And what are some of the main things that you would like to change, okay? And we have rewired the way you love, okay? When pain becomes pattern in love, it's time to relearn connection, begin again differently. So this is definitely calling you to reevaluate specifically how you approach relationships, but this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic relationships, but this is also it can definitely pertain towards your family, your friends, people who you've known for years now. You may be called to do some cleaning up to do, in terms of friendships, boundaries, but not only that, just showing up for them, okay? Because how many times or how much time do we really spend with these people, right? At the end of the day, family's family, and whoever you call as family, it's definitely, if you're someone who's not putting enough effort, not investing more time, effort, and energy in cultivating these relationships, you're definitely being called to do that right, exactly, in the year of 2026. So let's see what else, what other message does the viewer need to know at this time. We have clear negative energy. Negative energy keeps you stuck. Clear it, create space for the positive flow in your life, and embrace your shadow. We have the shadow holds the truth you need. Embrace it, integrate it, and use it to transform your life. Yes. So a lot of people see their shadow side as something very, very negative, and a lot of people kind of suppress this side of them, like it doesn't exist. They run away from the subject. They don't want to, journal about it. Actively can't make the conscious decision to put some thought into it and proactively literally pivot their way, not so much out of it, but how do they turn this around? So we have the cards here, right? Whatever you're dealt with in life, but you know this thing, whatever this thing that you're avoiding, if you're avoiding it, it's definitely controlling you. Okay, whatever you can't, how do I word this correctly? If you have no control over this, it definitely controls you. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be like a substance, okay, like alcohol, maybe drugs, things like that, but this is sides of yourself that have been dormant, okay, that has been, you know subconsciously operating your life, and like I said, subconsciously, okay, you're not conscious of it. You may be someone who has a chip a chip on their shoulder, things like that, surrounding friendships, relationships. You like to shut people out, you think everyone will leave you. um, so you're definitely being called at this time to examine these beliefs, and how life would be so different, not necessarily without these beliefs, but literally, turning these beliefs around. And what if you believed exactly the exact opposite? Okay, imagine how much life would be much more fuller. Okay, we have recognized relational wounds. Not every scar came from cruelty. Some came from absence, silence, or unmet needs. Name what hurt you. Yes. And lastly, we have forgive yourself. Forgiveness isn't for others, it's for you. Free yourself from guilt and shame. Yeah, so I'm looking at the cards here. So you may not even be someone who necessarily have a past wound trauma. It doesn't have to be that dramatic for you to be dealing with something, but it's substantial enough to be withholding you from meeting your most fullest, your richest life possible. Okay. um yeah, so a lot of the things here that's coming through is about this personal rebirth, this personal rebranding. Okay. um you are outgrowing certain boxes. Okay, you're being called to outgrow these narratives, these beliefs systems that you've been telling yourself and limiting yourself with. Okay, and there's so much more to life than living in this bubble, things like that. Okay, let's see what else is coming through. Let me put these cards away. Let's go with Inner Child Oracle here. We have let go of the past. It's time to envision a new story. So the thing about family, we get too hung up on maybe certain ways of being, of how our parents are like, and as children growing up and mature into adulthoods, we hold on to it too much. Or it might not even be the past. Okay, it could be present. The point is, for you to obviously close the gap and close the distance and bridge this once and for all, you need to let go of this weight. You need to let go of this baggage. Okay. Whatever it is that's calling your attention at this time, it's definitely time to re-examine that and turn it around. Okay, there is a home waiting within. Yes, accept what is, be present, go inward. Yes, do what you need to do. As a soul living this human experience, we can feel so foreign. Okay, foreign from our families, foreign from the home we call a home anymore. And there's so much more to life than feeling estranged. Okay, And maybe you're someone who is struggling with that. You're definitely someone who is struggling to fit in into a certain mold, a certain shape. Okay, maybe that may be societal, that may be in terms of your what family expects of you, their standards of you. um, but it's definitely time to accept what is and what isn't. Okay, you can only control what you can do about the situation, and be present. If you're confused about what to do, what exactly it is that's like calling your attention at this time, surrounding family, surrounding belong how belonged you truly feel within your home, it's definitely time to go inward and do some soul introspection. Okay, do some soul searching. And final message here we have: it is never truly the end, beloved. In this, everything will be okay. So I know it's extremely hard sometimes. It's very, very easier said than done, but there is a silver lining into this. Okay, and it's definitely time to, instead of running away and avoiding the subject, as avoiding the situation, refuse to resolve the fucking thing. It's time. Okay, you are someone who's definitely wanting to make who definitely wants a brand new future, a new future, a different future. Okay, and that definitely starts with making different decisions, making um different judgment calls. Okay, shifting your perspective about the same situation, about the same environments, the same people, the same relationships. Okay, and everything will be okay. Spirit is definitely letting me know that you are someone who's definitely divinely protected. You're very, very much so divinely guided at this time, and whatever it is that you're dealing with, everything will be okay. All right, let's see what else at this time. Let's see Wisdom of the Oracle here. I love this Oracle deck here. Yeah, so bottom of the deck we have Observer and Deep Knowing. So instead of being consumed, okay, in the emotions, I'm sure the emotions are running particularly high, especially this time of year, meeting family, revisiting old dynamics with family, whether that be a good dynamic, positive or negative. Okay, instead of being consumed in it, okay, try to see the emotions resurfacing from a detached, observing point of view. Okay, and instead of associating with your emotions that I am this, I am that, just kind of change the inner narrative into something that's like, I am feeling blank, I am do A, B, and C. Okay, and in that way you put that distance between you and that emotion, because the thing about emotions change. Okay, one day you'll feel lazy and want nothing to do. Okay, and one day you'll feel very, very productive. Okay, now does that define who you are? To an extent, sure, but it's not all of who you are. Okay, let's see what else. Yang, we have Yang. So this is definitely the divine masculine, the divine masculine energy here, Yang. So you definitely need to take more an initiative here to make the proactive effort. Okay, make the conscious decision to rewire, okay, what's no longer working in your life. Because believe it or not, these things that we bury so deep within into our consciousness, it definitely co-creates your reality, your outer reality. Your thoughts literally equate and reflect our outer reality. Your personality is definitely reflective of your personal reality. Okay, and for you to have this new future, you need to be more proactive, okay? That's literally the overarching message here, is be more proactive, okay? Some of you may have to hire mindset coaches there. There's like so many things, resources out there that you can definitely have access to now, that there's almost no excuse, okay? And think that will be all of your messages today. If you like this message, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what resonated with you the most, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.